Hi everyone, it's Tesla from Tesla Beauty. How are you guys doing today? It's been a minute since I've had a chance to post or record a video. Some of you may know I've been traveling with my family, and even after we got back in town, it's just been kind of a couple of weeks of getting back into the rhythm of things and finding time to sit down and record. So I just want to say thank you if you are a returning viewer to my channel, and if you have been patient enough to wait for a new video to upload. I really appreciate you. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to like this video at the end if you enjoy this kind of content and want to keep up with my channel. And make sure to subscribe, because I would love to have you join me as we chat about makeup, and sometimes I post tutorials, different things like that. Usually I post once a week, but I've been AWOL the last month because, again, we've been traveling and just getting back into our usual routine. But for today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about new makeup that I have purchased since I last had a chance to talk with you, and there's been a lot. Some of it's new releases, some of it's stuff that's been out, but I just wanted to talk to you about what I have right now in my collection, because I was thinking about how I want to proceed as far as like new video content and ideas, but I just didn't know where to start, and I thought that it would be really helpful to post this video for you guys, and maybe you tell me what you would like to see me share more of. So I am really excited to just share with you some of the new stuff that I got. So I'm gonna start with some of the stuff that I'm actually wearing on my face right now. So on my eyes, I actually have the new Aina palette from ABH, and this is a collab between Aina, the influencer, of course, and Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I am loving this palette. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, look at this packaging. Like, sorry, my ring light is like blinding, but yeah, it's beautiful. It's this iridescent packaging. It feels really nice. And inside, okay, I'm gonna try not to like blind you guys, but yeah, those are the colors, and they are beautiful. And I have swatches and an actual swatch video on my Instagram and my Twitter, which I'll have linked in the description box below. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to be doing too many swatches of things, just because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But this palette is gorgeous, and if you're thinking about getting it, I would get it because it is limited edition. It's beautiful. So I'm wearing the shade Pinker and Supreme in the crease, and then I have a Zam and Sponsored on the lid, and then Trust Issues. I am like so impressed with this shade because it looks like it would just kind of like fade away in the inner corner. Like when I see these pale shades, I get a little bit concerned, but Jackie did this part right. She has this like really like showing up in the inner corner. So I was really impressed with that. All of the colors swatched beautifully. And so I think this palette is definitely a winner. Like the pigmentation is off the charts. I love the color story. Some people were saying that, oh, it's too similar to other things that ABH has, and maybe that's true, but I think if you don't have Modern Renaissance, you don't have Norvina, definitely get this one. If you'd be interested in me doing like a comparison video of the other ABH palettes, I'd be happy to do that. The only one I don't have is the Alyssa Edwards palette, because that one was not really speaking to me. I don't really know Alyssa Edwards like that, and on top of that, like it just, the color story, I just knew it wasn't something that I was going to be able to wear regularly. Not that I don't like colorful shadows, but it just wasn't speaking to me the way this palette was. So when I saw this, I had to get it. I wanted to support Jackie because she's one of my favorite major like big influencers. So yeah, this palette is gorgeous, and I didn't get the PR box. I mean, it comes in this box, but there's like a PR box that you can get, and I decided not to do that because I thought that it might be a little bit cumbersome to have that just laying around. Like I don't have any space for that. So that's the only reason I didn't get the PR box, because that one looked really pretty too. So the next thing that I got, moving on, so before I left for my trip, I couldn't help myself, but MAC Cosmetics released this gorgeous collection called the Electric Wonder Collection, and it came with a beautiful face palette look at this packaging. So it kind of matches my shirt. Electric Wonder. As you guys know, my name is actually Tesla, and so anything with electricity, I was like, I'm a sucker for that. But yeah, it's this beautiful palette, and it has these 6 shades. Now I'll be honest with you, like these powders don't really do too much for my complexion. I don't know if you can tell, but like I've gotten a little bit tan since some of my videos from earlier this year. So these 2 shades right here, I can actually use as a blush. I need to play with it a little bit more. I haven't had time to play with all the stuff that I've been getting, but it's just a really beautiful collection. And then there's also an eyeshadow palette, which I actually really love and see myself getting a lot of use out of. And this one is called Neutral Vice. And look at that. So these are just like your typical like neutral colors. And they have these inserts in here, which kind of drive me a little bit batty, but whatever. I'm not going to go to the trouble that I did with the Morphe palette trying to like glue it in. But yeah, these are like perfect everyday shades. So if you're looking for a palette that happens to be really beautiful and has like shades that you would wear every day, I would recommend it. So, and I also got the lipsticks that came with the collection. I got the shade The Naturalist, which I've been enjoying, and it's this like really beautiful nude shade. See, it's like a really pretty pinky nude, and that is in a luster finish. I actually like the luster finish because I have really dry lips. Feeling Sentimental, which is a satin, another nude shade, and I love a nude lip, so I don't have any issue with having like 10 different types of nudes. So this one is a little bit lighter. That for sure I would wear with a lip liner. Then we have the shade Let's Mesa Around, cute, and that's beautiful too. And this one, let's see, how's that showing up? Yeah, this was kind of like more like it's got like a little bit more brownie pink in it, but that's really nice too. So these are all nude shades that I wear, and this one's a luster too. So lusters for me are good. I like luster lipsticks because your girl has dry lips. And then I got some of the glosses in the collection as well. I got the shade Marble Fawn, which is basically a clear gloss here. It's like a clear shimmery gloss. Then there's the shade, let's see, Coral of the Wild, which is like a really pale coral shade. Like that to me is like the perfect lip gloss, especially for the summer. And especially I think like those shades look gorgeous on tan skin. And then Rock Stars, which is kind of like more of a brownie nude. And that's beautiful too. So you get that like silvery shimmer. So if you're looking for like a cooler tone look, like this one's really beautiful. So, and then the final thing I did get was the face powder in the shade Into Eternity. And it's beautiful. It's this beautiful marbled face powder, and that goes onto the face beautifully. I really like that one. So moving right along, I wanted to talk about another newer brand, not newer brand, I guess they're indie. This is an indie brand. It's a Black woman-owned brand called Mented Cosmetics. It's 2 friends that own the company, and I purchased 3 items from the collection. Mented has been very kind to me and supportive to me as far as checking in with me on social media, those kinds of things. And they not too long ago sent me their summer trio of lipsticks as a like their semi-matte lipstick collection. And then they also had sent me their Make You Blush collection, which I love. I'm actually wearing Peach for the Stars layered with another Colourpop blush today. And so I'm a really big fan of their lipsticks, their powder products, and I'm actually wearing the foundation today. And the foundation I did purchase as well. It's my first ever stick foundation. Like, believe it or not, I've never tried stick foundation other than like a contour stick. And this is Skin by Mented. This is in the shade T10. And I mean, this is what's on my face right now. And I am actually really loving it. I would say it's like a medium coverage on me. And I like how, for my skin, it's kind of giving me like a little bit of a sheen, like a dew, not like a gross, greasy, but like sheen. like there's glow here, and I really, really like that. And they do have a foundation brush that goes with the foundation. I already have like a bajillion brushes, so I didn't purchase that, but I really like how it blends into the skin. And I do set with the setting powder. I set all of my foundations with the setting powder because I live in the DC area, and in the summertime, stuff is gonna slide off your face if you don't set it. So I don't care what foundation it is, I don't care what the claims are, like I usually set my foundation, and I like how I could set it. I actually used Coty Airspun. I set it and it doesn't look dry. Unlike for me, the Fenty foundation, which is not, I'm so waiting for that hydrating foundation. I really want to try it. So the next thing I got for my Mented haul was this ABF. I'm going to try not to blind you, but this is the ABF Shoe Ashley Blaine Featherson by Mented. And this is the bronzer highlighter duo in the shade Season 1. And so this is the bronzer and this is the highlighter, and I'm wearing the bronzer now, and I like it because it's like just warm enough to like bring that warmth back to my face. Some bronzers aren't warm enough for my skin tone. So even though I'm not trying to contour, I get that cool kind of ashy look that I'm not always looking for. So this is nice. It has that warmth to it. The highlighter I like too, but for me, it almost like matches my skin tone exactly. So it's a very, very subtle glow. I think on someone with a deeper skin tone, they would really enjoy this. But I do like it. I would use this probably like as like a very subtle like brow bone highlight if I'm doing like a matte look. But the powders are good and long wearing and long lasting and very smooth, and I really like that about this collection. And the collection also came with 2 glosses. I only got 1 gloss. I got the shade Star Studded, and it's kind of similar to let me see, I'm comparing these two. It's more gold than my MAC one that I picked up, and I'm actually wearing it on top of I was wearing it earlier on top of this lip, which was an ABH lip. But this is just, it's nice. It's like a very basic gloss. It shows up pretty clear. I mean, like the sparkle in here is like very, very subtle, but it's very comfortable. And I wouldn't say like this is like super essential for me, but I do like the powder. I'm loving the foundation right now. I love that. I actually ordered the wrong thing by accident. I was trying to go a shade lighter, and I'm glad that I didn't. I thought this was going to be my contour shade, and actually it matches me perfectly. And so this is probably the one foundation I have right now that isn't like 2 shades too pale for me. So moving along, we love Mented. We're super excited about that. The next thing that I got, I want to talk a little bit about my Fenty. I couldn't help myself. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I actually have pictures of swatches, lip swatches of these shades on my Instagram, but I got a couple of more of the Stunna lip paints. So I have the shade Uncuffed. I have this shade Unattached, which is this gorgeous coral shade, and then Unlocked. And I mean, these aren't like super new colors from her, but they're new for me. So I was excited to pick these up, and I took them with me to France. And I would say out of all of them, I wore Uncuffed the most. No surprise, because this is kind of my color. But I was actually surprised how much I liked Unattached on me. Like I thought it was going to be too much, but it's actually not. It's perfect. So I love that. So the Stunna lip paints. And so what else do we have here? I want to take a minute to talk about something that I think needs to be talked about more, which is this new Viseart palette. This is the Neutral Mattes Milieu palette, and this is my first bigger palette from them. I did a video a couple of months ago now on the Edit palettes, which are their very small travel friendly palettes, and I just fell in love with the formula. And so my good friend Maria, who is on Instagram with me, asked me when Muse Beauty Pro was having a sale if I wanted to go in on a deal with her, which was buy one, get one, and then you get like a brush as well, and then like a pencil. So there's a pencil that came with it, and the brush is around here somewhere. So she asked me if I wanted to try this one, and I said, okay, let's go in, halvesies on it. And so I picked this up very, very recently. She and I are doing a collab on Instagram actually right now. So we just did the first in our series of looks, and this palette is amazing. I think if you have any kind of issues with like a drier skin on your lids, or your lids are like mine and kind of get crepey when you're swiping matte shadows across them, like this is like amazing for you. And it's neutral, but it has some very interesting pops of color. And I love how the colors build and blend, and I'm just so impressed with it. I can't wait to create more looks with it. It will not be my last big Viseart palette. But yeah, I love this palette, and I used this shade here as a crease color, and I used this on the lid to create kind of like a plummy, like berry everyday look, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. But like, it's beautiful. I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play with this blue shade because it is stunning and I love it. So really excited about that. Moving on to the next thing that I picked up. Okay, maybe I'm a little late to the game on this, I don't know, but I think it was right before I left for my trip for France, Jeffree Star released the Jawbreaker palette, and I did do a look with this as well on Instagram. And then he also has the mini palette that he came out with. So I'm probably behind the ball because he's already released a collab with Morphe. But I only have one other palette from him, the Blood Sugar palette, and I picked that one up because I just thought like the shades were really pretty. And then this one, I mean, look at this, like look at all these different, look at these colors, and the formulation is outstanding. This one, the Cute, I really like this. Like this was probably the color that really drew my eye. It does require some building, but it's a pastel matte, so I wasn't really expecting it to just like immediately be like, you know, full on opacity, but I like how it builds. And all of these shades are really interesting. Yes, it's colorful, but I think that you can also do really neutral looks with it as well, because you have this shade Cone, you have the shade Snack, Good Morning, Virgin, and then actually Bubblegum, and this one here, which is a bad word. Those actually would be like really good blushes. So it's multi-purpose too, if you're looking to do that. Tasty is a really nice shade for like, if you want to just do like a neutral brown color, but you know, you actually have a lot of variety here. I mean, looking at it, it looks a little bit chaotic because you're just like, the colors are just like everywhere. It looks literally like a Jawbreaker. But if you sit and think about these colors and how you could pair them and group them, there's a lot of options here. And I think it becomes less overwhelming when you look at the sum of the parts as opposed to like just the whole thing, like just the parts that you could use to make like subtle looks. Like this shade Brain Freeze, like it's a really soft blue. Like you could do something like really soft and beautiful with that. So I really am excited about the possibilities with this palette. And then the Mini Breaker palette, super cute for travel. I took it with me. I actually ended up not really using this one, which was kind of a bummer. So this one's like almost like essentially untouched for me. Even though these are the shades that I would be attracted to, especially like all the purple shades. I think with this one, there was a missed opportunity to add a little bit more variety because you have a repeat here with Bubblegum. And so, but I'm not upset at it because if people had only wanted to buy this one, like this Bubblegum shade, absolutely you would want. But I don't know, I feel like he could have maybe taken out one of these purples and put something else, like a, you know, I don't know, like another contrasting color green, or like another like lighter shade for you know, like transition shade, or like a highlight shade or something like that, so that this isn't like a supplementary palette, like it could stand on its own. But it's still really, really cute, and I think it's perfect for travel. Both the palettes come with like amazing mirrors, which I'm not showing you because I don't want to blind you guys. But overall, like I'm really excited about the options that the Jawbreaker palette has, and I think the mini is going to be really cute too. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to do the last part of this video, which still is pretty extensive. I want to talk about some Colourpop stuff. So I don't know, Colourpop is like releasing stuff like every other day, and it's so hard to keep up with them, and it's hard for me to kind of control myself, which I have to do. So but they've been having like, they had some amazing sales over the summer on like their lip products. So I did get the big box of lippy sticks, and look at this. This is amazing. I really like the lippy sticks formula. I love how convenient they are to like toss in your purse. I mentioned in my Instagram stories that I already have 2 of the shades, which I'll talk about in a second. But I don't have the rest of these, and I mean, these are like colors that you can wear throughout the year. And I think this is like a really good purchase if you and some friends wanted to like, you know, increase some of your options for lipsticks and things like that, and you wanted to buy this, go in on it together and split it up and try it that way. Or if you're a makeup artist and you're starting out and you want to just add some variety to your kit, like these are a really nice way to do that because they have all the finishes. They have the matte, the cream, they have the matte X formula in here. So there's just a lot of variety, a lot of color, and like obviously a lot of shades for different skin tones. So I'm really excited to try this out. Let me know if you'd be interested in a lip swatch video. I know there's some already circulating on the internet, on the YouTube, but this was just too cute for me to pass up. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the Halo Top by Colourpop collab. And sorry if I blind you guys with the reflection on here, but this is just so cute. So I don't know that this was anything that I expected, but Halo Top and Colourpop did a collab together. And when I saw this, like I just felt like I had to have it because look inside here. Look at these adorable containers, these little ice cream packs. So you have 4 sets, which you can buy individually, or you can purchase the whole PR kit. It is limited edition, but I think it's still available. But you have mint chip, you have birthday cake, strawberry, and rainbow swirl. So I'm going to show you the actual Super Shock shadows because I took them out. So mint chip, you have like these two Super Shock shadows. You have the shade Semi Sweet and you have the shade Tassel. And Semi Sweet is like this gorgeous green shade. And I'm going to try not to blind you because like I'm going up to there we go. Look at that. There's that gorgeous green. And then you have Tassel. I'm gonna put that down for a second. Yeah, you have this Tassel, which is like a silvery white, beautiful topper shade. Okay. Then for the strawberry duo, okay, so this is the strawberry box. And look, you've got Jam Out, Berry Sweet. So it has the names of each Super Shock shadow on it. So I've got Jam Out, which is this really pretty shimmery red. And then I've got Berry Sweet, which is like, it's like metallic. It has a reddish like undertone to it, but it's like kind of goldy looking too. I need to up my vocabulary when it comes to color descriptions. And then we have the Birthday Cake Duo by the pound and extra sprinkles. This is the box that one came in. And this is really gorgeous. So this one, it kind of reminds me of sherbet, which I like. I love sherbet. I love me a good sherbet. And then we have extra sprinkles, which my kids always ask for on their ice cream. And this one's kind of like a pale, in real life, it looks like a pale gold color. And that's really beautiful too. Oops. And then finally we have the Rainbow Swirl, which came in this packaging, Creamsicle and Sherbirthday. I love that name, Sherbirthday, Sherbirthday. So here's Creamsicle, which is like, it has like an iridescent pink shift to it. It's like a pinky champagne. Excuse me. And then Sherbirthday, which is this gorgeous pink. Super pretty. So these are gorgeous topper shades. I mean, you can build them up. I have a look that I did on Instagram where I really built up the shade. Let's see. I built up the shade Semi Sweet, this green shade. And I got lots of compliments on it. It's just really, you know, perfect like summer green, tropical green. Like if you're looking for something summery, if you're gonna go on vacation, if you just like ice cream, like this collection is just so adorable. And I love Halo Top. I actually like Halo Top's birthday cake flavor, and I feel a lot less guilty eating it than regular ice cream. So if you're a fan of ice cream and Colourpop, ice cream and makeup together, it sounds amazing. So I would definitely check this one out before it sells out, because again, this is a limited edition collection and it's just so adorable and just so fun, and I'm really glad that I picked this one up. So the next thing that I want to talk to you about, right before I left, I got the Honey palette, which I've like only managed to like kind of dig my fingers in this palette. I haven't even really had a chance to play, because every other week there's like a new 9-pan palette, and now there's like a rainbow collection, which I don't think I'm gonna get because I already have like all the 9-pan colors, and I have a bunch of the single shadows that I got during a BYOP sale. So I think I'm good, and I don't really need tons of glitter, so I'm passing on that one. But the 9-pan palettes, like, they always get me. Like, it's just so hard for me to resist. And so look at this. This is just so cute. So you've got the 9 yellow shades here, and I've been seeing like so many like cute looks that I want to try on Instagram and on YouTube. So if that's one you would like to see me do a tutorial with, let me know. And then next we have the Orange You Glad palette, and I love how these, I know this is honey themed, but it's like citrusy too. Like when I think of this, just by looking the Orange You Glad palette, like I just feel like lemons, limes, and oranges. I don't know, but yeah, fruit salad. Anyway, yeah, so this palette is just really, really beautiful. Orange, I think, is a color that's really complementary to my skin tone, so I see myself getting a lot of use out of this. If you have the Soul palette, you may not really necessarily need this one, but if you are, you know, someone that really just likes collecting the 9-pan palettes, I think they complement each other really well, because there's some other shades of orange in here. Plus you have this like beautiful shimmer shade. There is a glitter in here. I did kind of dig in it to swatch it. I haven't actually put it on my eye because these glitters are really hard to get off. I tried one of the potted glitters from Colourpop, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was really, really hard to get off. So you have to be ready to like commit to that before you wear it. If you're gonna wear it around the eye, it's at your own risk, because this one is not eye safe, so watch out for that one. But these shades are beautiful. I love the shade Sun Kissed. Like, it reminds me of High C a little bit, like kind of like tangy manufactured orange juice in a really good way. But these are really beautiful shades. And I also picked up the You're Appealing duo, which comes with the shades Parker and Chi Chi. I don't know what I did with Parker. Parker is in my bag somewhere, because again, I love the Lippy Sticks formula. And then this is Chi Chi, which I have worn, and this is just like a, it's literally just like a gorgeous like orange shade. And sorry, I still have like swatches from before, but it's beautiful, and it is matte, but this formula is not super drying. I actually think it's really comfortable. And then if you decide you want to add some gloss or shine to it, you can absolutely do that. So this is just really, really beautiful. I love that color, and I think it's perfect for the summer. So yeah, I would recommend this duo if you have it. I got the 2 shades again in this big box of Lippy Sticks. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway on over on my Instagram. I just got 5K on Instagram, so stay tuned for that. If you're on Instagram, definitely follow me over there. Okay, so moving on to the latest thing I've gotten from Colourpop, and the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video is the Strawberry Shake palette, along with some of the other items from the strawberry themed collection that Colourpop released. So there's a palette, there's 2 blushes, there's the 2 kind of like glow sticks, like their blush and the highlighter stick. There's 2 Jelly Munch shadows that I picked up, and then there's 2 glosses. I did not get the skincare stuff because I have kind of like my own thing that I'm doing, but I am a really big fan of the 4th Ray Beauty cleansing oil. So if you haven't tried their skincare products, I would recommend that one, because I think it does an excellent job of getting all of your makeup off that first round before you you know, do the true cleansing in the shower. So I really like that. So this is the Strawberry Shake palette, and she is so pretty. She is the more wearable sister to the Main Squeeze palette, which is more red tones, and it's got more pink to it. So if the red shades kind of are too much for you or a little bit intimidating, like this is a really good option. And then the blushes are really pretty. So this is the blush Shortcake, which is a beautiful pink. I'm excited to wear this one. And then we have the other blush, See You Later, which is like a little bit deeper. And I think this one is gorgeous too, I think for deeper skin tones. So I'm glad that they released 2 blushes because, you know, sometimes the shades, they don't build enough. I think both of these would work. You can go as light or deep as you like. I'm a big fan of Colourpop's blush formula. And then we have the Jelly Much shadows here. This is in Strawberry Jelly. And I'm just gonna, it does feel like jelly. I'm gonna swatch that for you really quickly. So there's Strawberry Jelly. I became a really big fan of the Jelly Much formula when I got the Sweet Talk palette, and I picked up the shade Close to You from that collection, and it is beautiful on the eye. It's like a perfect like light pink shimmer. This is the shade Strawberry Jam. I'm just gonna swatch it over under here. Sorry, I'm doing awkward hand gestures. And that kind of has like a little bit more of an orangey tone to it. Like it's a little peachy. It's honestly a little bit peachy, but that is super pretty. And where's my makeup wipes? I need to wipe these swatches off. We can edit this part out, right? Okay. So the next part of the collection, we have 2 glosses here. We have the shade Easy Bake, which is this light pink shade, and then we have Very Good. So I'll swatch these for you really quickly. I still have the other stuff like stained on there. So there's Very Good. These aren't the best swatches, but I just kind of want to give you like just a general idea of how these are. And then Easy Bake. And these are just, you know, glosses. I don't think, like, especially if you have pigmented lips, it's probably not going to make this huge difference, but I think people who are into gloss know that and they accept it, and it's part of the gloss lifestyle. Like, you're okay with like stuff not necessarily being like full opacity. Like, you can find full opacity if you need it, and of course, you know, I have those options. And then we have the 2 we have the blush stick in 25-8, and then the highlight stick in Star Bright. And this is my first time trying these products, so you could see that. Oh, and this is surprisingly okay. I thought this was going to be a little bit hard to work with, but that goes on really smoothly. That glides on. That's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to show you really quickly these shades. 25-8. So we have Star Bright, the highlight. That's beautiful. Wow. And then 25-8. I'm impressed. I'm liking this. Like, I could see this being like really, really glowing. Okay guys, so that's the roundup. So there's a lot of stuff here and I need your help. I want to figure out like what you would like me to talk about the most. I mean, obviously if you don't give me input, I will just decide on my own, which is fine. But part of the fun of being on here and talking about makeup with you guys is chatting about the things that you guys like too. So just to kind of do an overview, we have Anastasia Beverly Hills, we have MAC Cosmetics, we have Busy Art, Jeffree Star, Colourpop, Mented Cosmetics, Fenty. What do we not have? So yeah, I think I'm going to be busy for a little while. I'm really excited to play with different things, and I'd love to know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see a tutorial on this look, which was actually really easy to create? Like, I'm super impressed with the Jackie Aina palette. Do you want to see a swatch video? What is it that you guys are interested in? I like hearing from you guys. I love talking to my friends here about different makeup products. So I just want to say thank you all for your patience with me and for joining me today to chat about makeup. It was always a pleasure for me to talk about these things with my friends online. And yeah, leave me a comment below. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for your time. It is so appreciated. Have a great day. Bye.